You're listening to City Cafe. Glad to have you along today. The Kingdom of Spamalot has crowned a new king and is setting up court in Atlanta now through Sunday. Richard Chamberlain has shed his title as King of the miniseries and has taken on the role of King Arthur for the national tour of Broadway's Monty Python hit. Now, you might be saying, Richard Chamberlain and Monty Python. He's much more Camelot than Spamalot. Well, don't judge too quickly, especially with the man himself right here across from me. Richard Chamberlain, thanks so much for stopping by.
Oh, my pleasure, John.
Now, to some, you're Dr. Kildare from the 1960s TV series. To others, you're the star of film and many a miniseries such as Centennial and Shogun, all rather serious stuff. However, you do have both musical and comedy in your past, too. Now, speaking of the latter, for those that might have caught you on Drew Carey or Will and Grace, you're really great with comedy. Why did it take folks so long to figure that out?
I don't know. Maybe they feel that being a kind of romantic leading man and comedy don't go together. But I love comedy, and in real life I'm actually a very silly person, so it comes more naturally to me in a way than being very, very serious.
Now, how did you and Spamalot cross paths?
Well, just by chance. We were talking to one of the people involved with Spamalot about doing another show, and he said, oh, by the way, there's a gap of 2.5 months when we don't have an Arthur. And would Richard like to do it? And I said, absolutely, because I love the show, love Monty Python, and wanted to be crazy for a while, and so that's how it happened.
Were you a big fan of the movies and the series?
Not so much the movies, but when I was living in England in the late 60s and early 70s, Monty Python was on television all the time, and we never missed a show. They were so brilliant and so funny. I loved them.
So, in the role of Arthur, do you necessarily approach it as a comedic role, or does it just play itself?
It's best when playing comedy. I learned from Peter Sellers to never let on that you know you're funny. Actually, in Spamalot, Arthur is really the straight man. He's the one guy on stage who doesn't get hardly any jokes, but he sets up everybody else's jokes. But it's just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience to make the audience laugh, to hear that laughter rolling toward you from the audience. It's wonderful.
Do you by chance know the airborne velocity of a coconut-laden swallow?
It goes down toward the earth very, very quickly.
Doesn't matter if it's African or European.
It doesn't matter.
Richard Chamberlain in Atlanta this week, starring in Spamalot. Thanks so much for stopping by.
I thank you. My pleasure.